Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Mantra Monday. Mantra Monday is a place where we pause, we reflect. It's a time for healing and it's a time for personal reflection and to bring self-compassion into your journey. So I'm Titi Layo and I am a psychotherapist and biofeedback practitioner. And I help people with my program, Dare to Heal and Live in Control. And this is where we're helping people, firstly, to cleanse any emotional toxins that are creating this barrier to having clarity in the decisions that you make in your relationships, in your career, with your finances, with your mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health. Because once you have that clarity, when you're dealing with your inner child wounds, such as rejection or abandonment or humiliation or injustice, or betrayal, when you're really healing those wounds, then you can really have clarity on how to manage conflicts in your relationships. So rather than reacting from a triggered space, you are mindfully responding because healing starts with self-awareness. And of course, we support you to rebalance, and rebalancing is done through the biofeedback machine that I talk about, which takes 7,000 stresses in your body, it analyzes it, and it shows you your top 4 stresses in the different categories in your body. Because once you're rebalanced, whether it's through the biofeedback machine or the supplements that we give you because of deficiencies in your body, or the habits that we help co-create, or the lifestyle schedule that we really plan so that you're investing the right amount of time in your physical health, in your relationships, having fun, because that's a part that we often miss out in this busy nature of life. Once you're able to rebalance, again, you get the clarity to live aligned. And that's really important, because living aligned and being in flow and making sure that you're pursuing your passions from a place of excitement, of joy, of peace and contentment is priceless. I mean, people often ask me, how do I define success? And this is a question that I ask myself every morning. So what do I need to know? And this is through meditation. What do I need to know today to be my most authentic self, to live in the alignment of my truest purpose, so that I can live fulfilled in my soul and I can serve my family, my friends, and my community in my highest, most compassionate self? When you ask yourself that question, you have to think through the fog and the blocks and all those things. And you have to really know what your purpose is so that you know what needs to shift. But of course, depending on your meditation practice, it varies for different people how you get those answers. It's a really good question to ask yourself. Just when you wake up in the morning, what do I need to know today so that I can be my most authentic self? I can live in my truest purpose so that I can be fulfilled in my soul and I can serve my friends, my family, and my community in my highest, most compassionate self, so that we can raise the vibration of the planet together. And the answers just come to you. You just get different ideas that flow to your being. Now, one of the things that we do with Mantra Monday is to really bring in practical strategies that help you to be present. And then I use a deck of cards and I shuffle, pick out a mantra and see what the universe has. I just give some thoughts on it. So today I want to talk about your breath, because it's something as simple as realigning to your purpose and to your passions, is being present enough with your body. And the truth is, a lot of us may be prone to shallow breathing. And with shallow breathing, what happens is, because you're giving out so much carbon dioxide, which is acidic in nature, your body is left in an alkaline state. So there's a bit of a pH imbalance. The balance that we're looking for with your pH is 7.35 to 7.45. So when you are breathing heavily or you're not breathing deeply enough so that you have the right amount of alkaline and acidic balance in your pH, then you have trouble with things like anxiety. This is where respiratory problems come through. You might have panic disorders. You might also have some digestive issues just because you are not breathing properly. So I want to experiment with you and just check to see how your breathing is. We're going to actually time this. On average, they say that we all have between 12 to 20 breaths per minute. That's about on average how much you should have for a really good balance of oxygen and CO2 coming out of your body. So what I'd like you to do is I'm going to time it, and I'd like you to just pause for a minute. It's just a minute, and I want you to count your breath and try not to change your breath in any way. Just breathe normally. I'll time it and I'll let you know when 1 minute is up, and we're going to time your breath together and see how that goes. Okay, we ready? Okay, let's go. Try not to change your breath. Just keep counting. Just keep it normal. We're not making it deeper or more shallow, just as you normally would. Okay, we are done. So how many did you have? I had 11 there, and typically it's 12 to 20, but for some of you it might be more, for some it might even be less. Do you know that there is a 90-second rule that says you can really calm your nervous system when your sympathetic nervous system gets triggered and you're in that fight, flight, freeze mode, just by breathing for 90 seconds in a way that really helps calm the chemical imbalance that happens in your body. You can really calm your body right down to that stage where, again, you're not reacting, but you're responding. So Bolte Taylor is a brain scientist, and she came up with this idea because of some research that she did with a personal issue that she had in her own life. And this is something that is so simple. And so what we're going to do now for this next minute is we're going to do deep breathing. And literally all you need is about 4 deep breaths just to get you to that 90-second rule of calming your body when you're in tension at the workplace or in a relationship and you feel like you're about to yell or you're about to react to your colleague or your children or your employees, or you're in a situation where you feel like you're getting brain fog and you don't really know how to think clearly and to have clarity. Just by applying this 90-second rule, you send oxygen to your prefrontal cortex, which is that thinking brain. It's your wise leader part of your brain. It's the part that helps you make good decisions. It's the part that helps you to concentrate. It's the part that helps you to problem solve and to really choose what path you need to go on. When you send all that oxygen to your thinking brain and to other parts of your body, then you can do things with clarity and to have that self-regulation that you need. So we're going to just take 3 deep breaths together now, just for another minute. And the way we will do it was breathe in and we'll hold it for 4 seconds and then breathe out for 4 seconds and then do it again. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold 4, and then breathe out for 4. And do it deeply enough and see how long you can do that for in a minute. So I'm going to time it again and we'll see how we go with that. So breathe in for 4. Hold it for 4 seconds. And then breathe out for 4. Breathe in for 4. Hold it for 4 seconds. And breathe out for 4. Breathe in for 4. Hold it for 4 seconds. And then breathe out for 4. Can you believe that a whole minute just went through? So if you do 2 more of that, then you're really in that 90-second rule. Listen, I just finished supporting a mother of a teenager who just finished my 8-week program that I told you about earlier, the Dare to Heal and Live in Control. And she applied this rule for every single time she was experiencing conflict with her daughter. And I taught her another technique to go with it. Amazing results, because not only are you doing it for yourself, when you shift your energy, you also shift the energy of those people around you. So they were in the situation, there was conflict, as usually happens with teenagers and their parents. I'm a mom of one teenager, the other one feels like one too. So I understand this. And she just paused. She really paused and she did it publicly, because she's trying to teach them that I want to respond, I don't want to react. And I'm aware that my amygdala and my sympathetic nervous system is being triggered, and I want to calm myself. And she would literally tap herself and breathe to calm her body down, and watch as her children, this particular child, decided to stop the conflict and said, well, maybe I should reconsider, because they saw this mother decide, I'm going to take care of myself first and regulate myself so that I can really be present and listen to what my child has to say. So whenever you're in this space, do pause. Remember the 90-second rule. It's all you need. It's a minute and 30 seconds of your day. Take 3 deep breaths. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, and watch the difference in your nervous system. You get to really balance your pH for that alkaline and acidic balance in your pH in your body, so that it reduces anxiety, which has a lot to do with shallow breathing, and it helps you with any respiratory issues you might have. And really overall, it brings clarity to your prefrontal cortex for those of you who struggle at work with brain fog and where you can't concentrate and you're just so overwhelmed by all that is going on. Pause and do the 90-second breathing. Okay, so I'm using the Healing Mantra today by Matt Kahn to do our mantra for the week. So I'm just going to briefly shuffle, pick a card. And really you're using this mantra just to guide you through the week. Ask yourself the question that I mentioned earlier about alignment and living in authenticity, and see where it takes you. So what have I got today? This one says, expanding inner power. I am my most powerful when my creativity is given a voice. I love this. So the mantra for you this week is, I am my most powerful when my creativity is given a voice. I was recently speaking to someone who came to a consultation, and this person was saying to me, I don't even know what my passions are. I don't even know how to be creative. And this is a common problem that people come to me for, particularly men actually. They come to me and say, I've had all this success, I'm doing all these wonderful things, yet something in me doesn't feel fulfilled or happy. So allow yourself this week to tell yourself that you are your most powerful when your creativity is given a voice, because your creativity comes from that flow, from that place where you're playful, from that place where you're most aligned and you're most joyful. Can you imagine every day just being able to play in the way that you love to play, because that's the way you were designed to? But a lot of the things that happen in our lives, the inner child wounds, the conflicts in relationships, the financial challenges, they can block this creativity. I remember saying to a friend just this week, make sure you plan time to have fun. Because when you are radiating the energy of fun yourself, then it's raising the vibration of the planet, raising the vibration of everybody else around you. So pause, breathe for 90 seconds, bring clarity back into yourself, and remember that you are the most powerful when you are creatively being your most aligned self.